Good, beautiful Saturday morning to you. I'm Michael Schumacher. This is Vermilion Tanager Volleyball. Vermilion is at the Cavalier Clash at Bonholm High School in Tyndall. We are in the Auxiliary Gymnasium. Auxiliary Gymnasium being Auxiliary Gym and Court number 2. So hopefully that will work out well for us. They will play Avon, and then they will play their next match. There's one in between. They'll be playing Beersford. And then they might be playing over on Auxiliary Gym Court number 1, which is, as you're watching, right there. So we'll have at least 3 matches this morning. We'll see how it goes from there. We might be limited on our coverage in the afternoon just because USD football is going on, and we do have somebody that is running the board that needs a little bit of assistance to be fully trained, and Zach Spear is going to get her started. I was going to help her close up, but of course Zach needs to take off because he's heading to Harrisburg because the Yankton Bucks take on the Harrisburg Tigers tonight. That'll be on Classic Hits 106.3. So we have a lot of action going on. Right now on ESPN Radio, Breakfast with the Coaches is wrapping up here in the next hour or so. You'll then have FCS Nation Radio at 11 o'clock over on Classic Hits. You have my pregame show starts at 11 o'clock. That'll include an interview with Brock Wolf, USD Coyote lineman transfer from Kansas State, a GPAC Saturday football report. You also have a recap of last night's high school action and an interview with Kevin Marshall of FCS Nation Radio. That'll be followed at noon by John Thayer's pregame show. And then 1 o'clock kickoff as the Coyotes get set to take on Drake. Vermilion or USD looking to get back to 500. And so that will be something to tune in for. And then that will run into about 4. Postgame probably takes until about 4:30. And then at 5:30, Zach Spear will start with his pregame show. Zach Spear pregame kickoff between Yankton and Harrisburg at 6. Now that is a huge matchup. That is Harrisburg, the number 4 team in Class 11 AAA. Yankton, undefeated, unanimous number 1 in Class 11 AA. Honestly, in years gone by, you'd think, okay, AA, AAA is going to win. And I think Harrisburg's really good, but I think Yankton might just be great. And so that one's going to be a great one to watch tonight, and you can check that out on Classic Hits 106.3 and on Yankton streaming on YouTube. Of course, hopefully you're watching this on Vermilion Tanagers on YouTube. As the Tanagers, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, get ready to take on the Avon Pirates. We're about 5 minutes out, so we're going to come back. We'll take a look at some of the leading players for both teams, and then we'll get ready for first serve. I'm Michael Schumacher. Again, this is Tanager Volleyball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. This is all part of the Vermilion Chamber and Development Company pre-game show. Keep it tuned here for Vermilion Tanager Volleyball.
It's funny how life is made up of moments, quiet ones, big ones, and ones you never forget. A wish, a milestone, a moment you didn't know would mean so much. Because life is made in the moments we share. Voyage Federal Credit Union. For every memory made, for every moment ahead.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
The Pizza Ranch Vermilion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermilion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, So call Justin at Vermilion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermilion Auto Works.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermilion treats you like family. They believe a healthy smile starts with compassionate care. From toddlers to grandparents, their gentle team is here for your whole family. Whether it's a routine checkup or a full smile makeover, they'll keep you comfortable and confident. Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermilion makes your smile shine. Visit Knutson Family Dentistry online or call today, 605-624-6291.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
Good morning and welcome back to Vermilion Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We're on the campus of Bonhomme High School in Tyndall, South Dakota. It's part of the Cavalier Clash as the Vermilion Tanagers get set to do battle with the Avon Pirates. Let's take a look at this Avon Pirates team and how they got here. We're able to get that pulled up, and we did. Look at that. They started off their season with a win over Sanborn Central Woonsocket at the Hanson Early Bird Tournament on August 26th. At that same tournament, they then lost to Freeman and fell to Wessington Springs. Since then, they lost to Parkston on September 2nd and then defeated Andes Central Dakota Christian. Now, we're always going to talk about Andes Central Dakota Christian because the most famous alum of Andes Central, or Lake Andes, is my mom, Linda Harvey, now Linda Harvey Schumacher. Trip Delmont Armour, that was a win, 3-0 sweep. Then they defeated Alcester Hudson, fell to Wagner in 3 sets, and then defeated Scotland in 3 sets just back on Thursday. So that brings you to the Cavalier Clash tonight, where they're in a round robin. It's Avon, Beersford, and Vermilion in Pool D as we get ready to start here. So this should be a good matchup. Vermilion has been showing improvement. Now they are coming off a big, quick, decisive defeat to hands of Sioux Falls Christian, but everyone does. That's the whole problem. Sioux Falls Christian's a really good team. So we're going to take a look at the starting lineups. Out there for Avon, because they don't give us starting lineups, it looks like Abby Gretschman, a right side hitter. Looks like you also have Cadence Metzger, as Coach Zeller gives final instructions out there. I think you have junior Rylan Theory out there as well in that back line. Number 12, Brielle Voigt, as well as Alexis Vanderlei. And then you'll have number 4. Well, they don't have their libero listed. Oh, Jordan Voigt will be the libero in the white. So she'll be out there as well. For Vermilion, your starting lineup is Brooke Van Drongelen. Brooke Van Drongelen, Emma Reddig. No, I'm sorry, not Emma Reddig. Mercedes Reddig is out there. And Emma Reddig, I'm sorry. Then also Tessa Peterson and Grace Wall. Homecoming Queen, Grace Wall. Then also out there will be Josie Askew. And Flynn Peterson out there as a libero. So back to serve for Vermilion is number 1, Brooke Van Drongelen. We had the pleasure of interviewing her a couple of matches ago. And she is kind of a serve expert for this Tanager team. And we're getting some extra chairs for the Vermilion squad as they brought a lot of their JV members as well. So Brooke Van Drongelen back to serve, and we will get started with set number 1. Now, in these tournaments, they only go to the best of 3. First serve from Van Drongelen into the net, that makes it 1-0 in favor of Avon. So Voigt back to serve, defended there by Flynn Peterson, and that will, nice defense there by Avon to get that back over. Flynn Peterson, Skylar Grease. And that over to Tessa Peterson for the kill. So it's now 1-1. Back to serve for Vermilion will be Flynn Peterson. And I do apologize, in this auxiliary gym, seating is limited, angles are limited, so I cannot get the full court. I'm trying to give you as much as I can here. And setting error for Avon leads to another point for Vermilion, 2-1. So Flynn Peterson back to serve again. Vermilion 2-1 lead. That serve hits in the back corner. Nice block there by Grace Wall. 3-1 in favor of the Tanagers. So should be a good chance for Vermilion to get a lot of activity in today. Flynn Peterson, she was on that under 13 USA team, and that serve does go into the net. 3-2 now in favor of the Tanagers. So serving for Avon is Brielle Voigt. Woll with the hit to the lower corner. Nice job by Voigt there to hit that, and that will be in. That will be in. And I do believe, the lines are a little different colored, so I think it's hard to quite tell. But that point does go to Avon, ties it up at 3. Nice defense there by Skylar Grease. Emma Reddick gets that across. And that ball is hit off of Grease, and that will be 4-3 Avon lead. And that hit was off of Bree Vanderlei for Avon. So again, back to serve is Brielle Voigt. Askew gets that across. And Woll with the bump. Nice job by Flynn Peterson to get to that one. Askew with the hit into the net. Just over the net, sorry. Tips it, and that makes it 4-4 in favor of nobody. It's tied. So coming in now, you have Allie Peterson coming in for Vermilion, along with Elizabeth Fisher. So Allie Peterson with the serve, and boy, that just rides along the top of the net. Point to Avon. 5-4 in favor of the Pirates here in set number 1. Again, best of 3 here in these tournaments. Askew gets that across. Well defended by Avon. Emma Reddick gets that. Pushed across by Allie Peterson. And that will go into the net. Tied back up at 5. Here's the serve by Emma Reddick. Nice serve there. And that is out. Vermilion retakes the lead 6-5 here in set number 1. And that serve into the net ties it back up at 6. Timeout here as Emma Reddick ties her shoe. CDC. Oh, no. And that point will go to Vermilion as Brianna Hento was the serve for Avon on that one. And so 7-6, Vermilion leads as Tessa Peterson comes back in. And that will be a rotation for Avon as the score is tied back up at 7. So this has been a great back and forth first set. Neither team really getting much of an advantage. Back to serve for Avon is Alexis Vanderlei. Nice job by Peterson, Flynn Peterson to get to that one. Tessa Peterson gets the hit over. Allie Peterson to Tessa Peterson, and that will be a point for the Tanagers. 8-7 now. Vermilion leads here in set number 1. As Skylar Grease will go back to serve for Vermilion. It's Grease, Emma Reddick, Mercedes Reddick, Tessa Peterson, Grace Wall, and Flynn Peterson out there for the Tanagers. Grease's serve is successful. Avon gets it across. Here's Grease. Wool bumps that over. Good defense there by Vermilion. Here's Tessa Peterson. Gets that shot across. Well defended by Avon. 8-7 lead for the Tanagers. Nice block, but well defended by Avon as the rally continues. Skylar Grease with that air shot. Tessa Peterson, shot to the back line. Defended there by Jordan Voigt. Emma Reddick to Skylar Grease. Mercedes Reddick goes long. That'll make it 8-8. And that is in. Mercedes Reddick got that one in. 9-8 now in favor of the Tanagers. So Brooke Van Dronglen in to serve for Vermilion. And that point to Vermilion makes it 10-8. Nice block there by Wall to send it back to the other side. As Van Dronglen goes back to serve again. Good serve. Well defended. Nice block by Wall, but good defense by Avon. And Emma Reddick, that shot will go wide. Makes it 10-9. Too many hits on the Vermilion side makes it 10-10. Oh, and that will be in the net on Avon. Just the pushover by Rylan Thury, but she is in the net. Makes it 11-10 now in favor of the Tanagers. So this set has been back and forth. Nobody getting a real lead. As Flynn Peterson back to serve. And that is long, 12-10. And 2 points is the biggest lead either team has had during this match. So Flynn Peterson back to serve again. Oh, nice, solid kill there. 12-11 now in favor of Vermilion as Avon will serve. And that is out of bounds, 13-11 now in favor of Vermilion. Served by Allie Peterson, and that is successful. Vermilion now has their biggest lead at 3, 14-11 here in set number 1. Another successful serve by Allie Peterson. Nice job by Askew to throw off the defender. Now 15-11. 15-11. Take a quick timeout here. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. We'll be right back with Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on. I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh, my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
Welcome back to Vermilion Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Allie Peterson with the serve. Well defended over there by Avon. On the back line, Brooke Van Dronglen gets under that. Josie Askew with the kill. No, that is well defended by Avon. Both of these teams are doing a great job of getting to loose balls, and that one is off of Flynn Peterson, and that will be a point for Avon, making it 15-12. And that kill attempt is in the net. Makes it 16-12 in favor of the Tanagers. Emma Reddick back to serve for Vermilion. And that is that is an ace, because that does not get back across the net. Nice job by Emma Reddick. And that is something I know she's been working on. And her serve has really come along. Not just being successful in getting it across the net and avoiding service errors, but getting aces. She and Brooke Van Dronglen, both high-quality servers. And our scoreboard went off. Both scoreboards went off. And that is a point for Vermilion. It's now 18-12 in favor of the Tanagers. Here's Emma Reddick again. Nice defense. Oh, and Allie Peterson unable to get it across the net. 18-13 now in favor of Vermilion as Avon will serve. Back to serve for the Pirates is Brianna Hento. And nice job by Mercedes Reddig with the kill, making it 19-13. So Vermilion is slowly up. They have it 20-13. Okay. Huh. Avon. Oh, little miscommunication there. Nice job by Mercedes Reddig. She gets that over the net on the set from Allie Peterson. And the push attempt is unsuccessful for Avon. 21-13 now. Vermilion's 8-point lead is the largest of the set and of the match because we are in set number 1. Josie Askew back to serve. Tessa Peterson. That is well defended. Avon does get it across. Here's Allie Peterson over to Tessa Peterson. And, ooh, nice successful dig by Avon. Wow. Allie Peterson back to Elizabeth Fisher. It's a great rally here. And that will be long. Vermilion 22-13. 3 points away from taking this first set. Now again, I will cover as many matches as I can, but I do eventually have to cut away to go back to Yankton to help with the USD broadcast. We are the flagship station for USD Athletics, and our person working today has not worked by herself. So Zach is going to get her started, but I'll be helping her wrap things up, and that is a point for Avon. 21-15. So I'm just trying to align with the scoreboard here. That serve taken by Flynn Peterson cannot get enough air under it for anyone to get to it. 21-16 now in favor of the Tanagers. So 22-16 now. Vermilion now does get to that 22 mark. So Skylar Grease back to serve. Grease with the defense there. And that is nice job on hitting by Avon. Makes it 22-17. And Cadence Metzger has had a bit of a rough first set, but that was a really nice shot by Metzger. And there's another one. Another ace. 22-18 now in favor of Vermilion. A rotation error on Vermilion makes it 22-19. So Coach Zeller talking to the officials. I think she's possibly disagreeing. Yep, and now saying Grace Wall, looks like Grace Wall was a little bit out of position. So back to serve is Hento for Avon. Taken there by Emma Reddig. And that is going to be out on the kill attempt by Mercedes Reddick makes it 22 to 20. Flynn Peterson to Emma Reddick, and Grace Wall will get that over. Good defense there by Vermilion, and Tessa Peterson tries to get that across, and that is well defended by Avon. And that is going to be long, 23 to 20. Vermilion now 3 points away from taking set number 1. And there's going to be a timeout. Timeouts are taken by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. This is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. In the first set on the Masaba scoreboard, Vermilion leads 23 to 20.
To be honest, it's the people that I work with. I love what I do. You gotta love what you do to come every day. But the people I work with make coming 10 times easier. You want to be a part of a team that cares for you and that actually put in the time to teach you and show you the things to do in the proper way. You're just full of people who care.
And we are back 22. Oh, no, they've changed the score again on the scoreboard. 22 to 21 in favor of Vermilion as Avon is set to score. Serve. Flynn Peterson. Over to Mercedes Reddick. And Avon does get it across. Skylar Grease sets that over to Flynn Peterson. Grace Wall pushes that across. And Flynn Peterson gets it across. 22-21, Vermilion leads. Nice block there by Mercedes Reddick. And that... Oh, and they're going to say Vermilion was in the net. I thought Avon got into the net, but that ties it up at 22 here in set number 1. Now coming in for Vermilion is number 8, Ariellen Walker. 22-22, Avon serve. Here's Grease. Over to Tessa Peterson. Nice touch. Well defended. Grease to Mercedes Reddick, and that is out. So 23-22 now in favor of Avon here in set number 1. Getting Henta with the serve again. Nice push across, and that is well defended there. Nice job by Avon as Rylan Thury is able to get the kill. That makes it 24-22. It looks like another timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. This is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Vermilion trails 24-22 on the Masaba scoreboard.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Welcome back to Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher from Bonholm High School in Tyndall, where Vermilion trails in set number 1 to Avon, 24-22 on the Masaba scoreboard. And that is a mishit for Flynn Peterson, and that will be the first set. That will go to Avon. So we'll be back with set number 2 after this. Again, 25-22, Avon takes set number 1. We'll be back with set number 2 after these messages from our sponsors. Again, Vermilion Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And again, Vermilion trails now 1-0 on the Masaba scoreboard. We'll be right back after these messages on Vermilion Tanagers YouTube.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners. When you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermilion Tanagers, the community of Vermilion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermilion.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermilion.
Welcome back to Vermilion Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. On the Masaba scoreboard, we enter set number 2 with Vermilion trailing 1-0. Again, that is on the Masaba scoreboard. Starting this period, this set for Vermilion will be Emma Reddig, Mercedes Reddig, Skylar Grease, Flynn Peterson, Tessa Peterson, and Grace Wall. Brianna Hento will serve for Avon. Alexis Vanderlei out there along with Jordan Voigt. We also have Brielle Voigt, Abby Gretschman, and Rylan Thury. Wall with the push across. Vermilion looking to try to get that first point. And that will go to Avon on that kill. 1-0 in favor of the Pirates. And that will be in. Point number 2 to Avon. 2-0 now with their lead here in set number 2. Again, these are now best of 3 sets. Best of 3 matches, I should say. And that is another successful kill. That was Thury with the kill, making it 3-0 in favor of Avon. And that is out. Quickly, 4-0 lead for the Pirates over the Tanagers. And Ariellen Walker is going to come in for Grace Wall. Avon looks to get it across again. That's Thury. And that will drop before Mercedes Reddick can get to it. And this is the biggest lead that Avon has had in either set at 5-0. So Hento back to serve yet again. That is long off the kill attempt by Tessa Peterson. 6-0, Avon. Nice block there by Mercedes Reddig. Avon recovers, though. Reddig tries to push that across. It's now 7-0 in favor of Avon. Nice job by Mercedes, and that'll be Vermilion's first point of set number 2. 7-1 now. Vermilion trails on the Mesaba scoreboard. Again, this is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. That will be another point for the Tanagers, 7-2. As Brooke Van Drongelen back to serve again. That will fall on the Avon side, now 7-3. And that's served by Van Drongelen into the net, makes it 8-3 in favor of Avon. Ryland Thury with a successful kill, 9-3 in favor of Avon. As it does appear the match between the Kimball White Lake Wildcats, and I can't tell who the other team is over. Not quite sure who won. As it's 9-3 here on court number 2. And that it makes it 9-4 as that falls on the Avon side of the net. And that is long, 9-5, as Vermilion is slowly creeping back into this set after All right, I do apologize. I had a technical difficulty. I tried to stand up, and I stepped on my... stepped on my cord. I apologize. So Ariel and Walker will check out. Allie Peterson will check in, as it's now 11-6 in favor of Avon. So we're just awaiting the officials to discuss the switch as Allie Peterson checks in. Ariellen Walker checks out. So setting to serve. Back is Allie Peterson for Vermilion. Avon with good defense gets the ball across. Josie Askew kind of created that problem for Avon, though. And that'll be another point on the tip, making it 11-7 in favor of Avon. All right, we have to have a reserve. Not quite sure. Volleyball has a lot of little nuances that you're not quite aware of, and it's on the rotation, and it's on the positioning, and it's player for player. And so Coach Jody Zeller talking with the officials here. As it's 11-7 on the Masaba scoreboard. Tanager Volleyball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We'll take a quick timeout while they discuss whatever.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermilion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermilion.
Welcome back to Bonhomme High School in Tyndall, South Dakota, where Vermilion trails 1-0 and 11-7 in set number 2. Allie Peterson is set to serve for the Tanagers. Out there you have Fisher, Askew, Reddig, Emma Reddig, Brooke Van Drongelen, Flynn Peterson, and Allie Peterson. And that will be a point for Avon, 12-7. So Thury back to serve yet again. 13-7. And that will be a point, another point for Avon, as that does go past the back line off a tip. So 14-7 now as Thury goes back to serve yet again. So now 15-7 in favor of Avon. Well defended by Vermilion. They cannot get to that, though. It's now 16-7. Sorry, 15-7 in favor of Avon. 16-7. Man, I'm either too quick or too slow sometimes with the scoreboard operator here. And that will be a point for the Tanagers. So Vermilion brings it back within 8. As back to serve for the Tanagers is Emma Reddig. Nice sinking serve there. Nice job by Vermilion to get it over, but they're going to say it was a net violation. And now Vermilion gets that point back, makes it 17-9. Nice push by Allie Peterson, makes it 17-10. As Josie Askew back to serve, and that is off to the right. Wide right, makes it 18-10. And the hit by Mercedes Reddig into the net. 19-10 now in favor of Avon. Here in set number 2, Vermilion already trails 1-0. And boy, that just sneaks across over the top of the net on that serve by Alexis Vanderlei and Madison. Avon now takes a 20-10 lead. And there's another ace for Vanderlei, 21-10. And Coach Jody Zeller wants to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. On the Masaba scoreboard, Vermilion trails 21-10. This is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermilion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill to the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 905 East Cherry Street, Vermilion, South Dakota.
And we are back after that timeout. Vermilion trails 21-10. Back to serve is Alexis Vanderlei for Avon. Serve received by Vermilion. Tessa Peterson gets that to drop and makes it 21-11. All right, so here's the rotation as Ariane Walker comes out. Kara Chapman checks in to serve. And that block there by Wall and Mercedes Reddig makes it 21-12 now as Vermilion tries to stage a comeback. They did fall 25-22 in set number 1. And that is in. Chapman with the ace makes it 21-13. And that is long, 21-14 now in favor of Avon as Vermilion has railed off 3 points in a row. Actually, 4 points in a row. Now 21-15, Vermilion back within 6. They do rule that serve long. 22-15. Hento to serve for Avon. Wall pushes that across. And that is long. 22-16 now. Vermilion back within 6. And Vermilion now within 5, 22-7. Nope. So Flynn Peterson back to serve. So Coach Zeller getting some clarification from the official. I believe the scoreboard's wrong, but they have it 23-16. So there's going to be a discussion. We'll take a quick timeout, brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. Tanager Volleyball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Group's bedroom groups by Laguna and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland in Yankton.
Welcome back on the serve by Brooke Van Drongelen. 23-16 is what they have the score here. I guess I must have missed one. And that is going to be a point for Avon. Set point coming up, actually match point coming up, 24-16. Back to serve is Jordan Voigt. And that shot by Wall just clips the net and lands on Avon's side, 24-17. And that is a tip by Vermilion, and that will be match point. That match does go to Avon, 2-0. So I believe Avon and Beersford will play now. Avon and Beersford will play now, and then Vermilion will play Beersford following. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back to this to the match. We'll just let this run, but we'll let it run without audio, as you will can watch. See if I can take that off. as we'll allow you to watch the match between Avon and Beersford. But we'll take a quick break here, and then we'll be back for the Vermilion action after that. So this is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. On the Mesaba scoreboard, Vermilion falls 2-0. Welcome back to Vermilion Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And it does appear, according to the score clock, that we're just a few minutes away, so we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back. We should have first serve, as Vermilion will now take on Beersford. Again, I'm Michael Schumacher from Bon Home in Tyndall, getting ready to bring you Vermilion Tanager Volleyball. This is all part of the Vermilion Chamber and Development Company pregame show.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermilion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermilion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermilion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
And welcome back as we get ready. It'll be Flynn Peterson, Cara Chapman, Mercedes Reddig, Grace Wall, Emma Reddig, and Tessa Peterson starting for Vermilion. For Beersford out there, you have Kennedy Merrigan, you have Harley Koth, Ashlyn Olson, Kate Deegan, Addison Peterson, and Tavin Valder. First serve, and that will be out. First point goes to Beersford off the serve by Addison Peterson. Serve received there by Flynn Peterson. And that is going to be marked out again. So, quickly 2-0 in favor of Beersford. Peterson to serve again. That received by Emma Reddig. And that one is in. Past Tavin Valder. 2-1 now. Vermilion trails Beersford here in their second match of the day. And that will be long, the attempt by Tessa Peterson. And so 3-1, Beersford leads. Now in for Beersford, number 4, Talia Strom. Kate Deegan back to serve. Quickly, now 4-1 in favor of Beersford. Getting out to a fast start here against the Tanagers. Again, back to serve is Kate Deegan. Flynn Peterson receives that on the back line. Emma Reddick gets to that. Kara Chapman over to Tessa Peterson, and that will be long. 5-1 in favor of the Watchdogs. Miscommunication there between Brooke Van Drongelen and Tessa Peterson. And so that is a miss hit by Tessa Peterson, makes it 6-1. Emma Reddick's kill attempt is long. Quickly 7-1 in favor of. And coach in favor of Beersford, and Coach Jody Zeller wants to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. This is Tanager Volleyball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And on the Masaba scoreboard, Vermilion trails 7-1.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Welcome back to Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Kate Deegan set to serve. 7-1, Beersford leads in set number 1. Kara Chapman to Grace Wool, and that will be in for point number 2 for the Tanagers here in set number 1. So Flynn Peterson goes back to serve for Vermilion. And that will be out off of Van Drongelen. Makes it 7-8-2. As the ball went over into auxiliary court number 1. And that will also be out of bounds. 9-2. As serving for Beersford is Harley Koth. That shot by Josie Askew lands inbounds. 9-3 now. Vermilion trails Beersford. Brooke Van Drongelen will go back to serve. As Elizabeth Fisher checks in, Kara Chapman checks out. Allie Peterson checks in. Grace Wool checks out. Now that should be Allie Peterson back to serve. Nice job by Van Drongelen on the back line. Fisher with a nice shot there. Nice block by Emma Reddick. Beersford does recover. And that will be point for Vermilion. Too many hits by Beersford. 9-4 now the Tanagers trail. Good block by the Tanagers. 9-5. So Vermilion did trail early, but they're clawing their way back in. As Allie Peterson goes back to serve, trailing 9-5. That point will go to Beersford, as that block did land inbounds on the Vermilion side of the net. Just a reminder, Vermilion will be traveling to Yankton On Monday, we'll have that coverage here on Vermilion Tanagers on YouTube. As we await the restart of the scoreboards. This has happened a couple of times. So we'll take a quick break here. Tanager Volleyball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design-build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric.
As Kennedy Merrigan serves, it's now 11-5 after the ace. 11-5 in favor of Beersford. Merrigan's serve just hits the net. Does get over. Vermilion gets it back, though. Van Drongelen cannot catch up with that one. 12-5 now, Beersford. Beersford lost their first match. That was to Avon. As again, Merrigan goes back to serve with Beersford leading Vermilion 12-5. And now that is 13-5 on the ace. Askew unable to get that across. 14-5 now. Vermilion trails Beersford as Beersford is starting to pull away here in set number one. Quickly a 10-point lead for Beersford here in set number one, 15-5. And Vermilion again unable to get that across. Too many hits, 16-5, and Coach Zeller wants to take a timeout. Timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. On the Masaba scoreboard, Vermilion trails 16-5 in set number one. This is Tanager Volleyball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermilion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermilion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermilion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or
Back in Bonhomme, and that shot by Beersford is out. Point to Vermilion, 16-6. As the timeout by Coach Zeller seemed to stop the bleeding just a little. So serving for Vermilion, Emma Reddig. Gets that over to Tavin Balder. That's going to be a point for the Tanagers, 16-7. Hands over the net, I think, on Beersford. So Emma Reddig back to serve again. Just clips the top of the net, makes it over. Nice defense there by the Tanagers. As Mercedes Reddick has that block, but does recover. Elizabeth Fisher gets that across. Reddick, good cover. Well defensed by the Tanagers. And Askew, just long on the shot by Askew, but it was a nice recovery. 17-7 now in favor of Beersford here in set number 1. Back to serve for Beersford is Ashlyn Olson. – 18-7 now in favor of Beersford. Olson back to serve yet again. Olsen's serve received by Emma Reddick. There's Allie Peterson. Josie Askew gets it across. And Kendra Ellis is able to push that across. Now 19-7 in favor of Beersford here in set number 1. As Ashlyn Olson back to serve yet again. Nice spike by Askew. 19-8 now. Vermilion trails. Askew back to serve. As Tessa Peterson comes in for Flynn Peterson. Miscommunication or lack of communication by Beersford there leads to a 19-9 score now. That block is in, so 19-10. I know Beersford doesn't seem to think so. Beersford fans. Good rally here by both teams. Tessa Peterson gets that across to Merrigan. Nice job by Mercedes Reddick to push that across. Now 19-11. Vermilion coming back. That kill attempt by Mercedes Reddick into the net. 20-11 in favor of Beersford. Back to serve for Beersford is Tavin Valder as the official is talking with the scorers table. So we're going to take a quick timeout. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. This is Tanager Volleyball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's.
And that serve by Valder is into the net, 20-12. So it's so hard to decide to take a timeout on some of those, but we don't have as many times to show you some of our sponsors. So we do appreciate the sponsors that we do have. And that we're so we do appreciate that you give them patronage. Obviously, we always say you don't have to buy from them, but we appreciate you giving them an opportunity to meet, whether it's price, service, selection, just being local and supporting local endeavors. And that will be a point for Beersford. Almost looked like that was going to go out, but it was defended by Beersford, Vermilion, so it's now 21-12 in favor of the Watchdogs. As Addison Peterson goes back to serve. And that serve hits Tessa Peterson. Not sure if it would have been out or not, but it hit Tessa Peterson, 22-12. And Vermilion is unable to get to that. They did have a lift there, 23-12. So Beersford 2 points away from taking this first set. That kill attempt goes long by Mercedes Reddick, makes it 24-12. Set point here for Beersford here in set number 1. For Vermilion, and Bennett checks in. This is her first time playing today. And that will be a point for the Tanagers, 24-13 on the service error. As Bennett now comes out, Brooke Van Drongling comes in. Brooke Van Drongling comes in to serve. That point will go to Vermilion. Too many hits, 24-14 now. Vermilion trying to claw their way back, but they need to score 10 more to stay in this set. Beersford sets, here's the kill, and that is no, that is out. No, they're going to say it was tipped. So it was out, but they're going to say it was tipped. And so the first set does go to Beersford. So Vermilion trails 1-0 here in set number 1. We will now start set number 2 here shortly. We'll take a quick break. This is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And on the Mesaba scoreboard, Vermilion trails 1-0 as we start set number 2.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermilion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
You recently got a chip in your windshield? Maybe a big crack. So you call your insurance company to get it fixed? Then it happens. You have an appointment before you have even made a choice.
Wait a minute. I want Fast Auto Glass in Vermilion to fix my windshield.
But they tell you somebody else is on the way. You do have a choice, and I hope our experience, knowledge, and guaranteed satisfaction will lead you to choose us. Fast Auto Glass in Vermilion. Fast, fair glass repair.
It's funny how life is made up of moments, quiet ones, big ones, and ones you never forget. A wish, a milestone, a moment you didn't know would mean so much. Because life is made in the moments we share. Voyage Federal Credit Union. For every memory made, for every moment ahead.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
The Pizza Ranch Vermilion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
Welcome back to Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on the Masaba scoreboard. Vermilion trails 1-0 as we enter set number 2. Brooke Van Drongling set to serve. Out there with Flynn Peterson, Emma Reddig, Tessa Peterson, Grace Wall, and Kara Chapman. That first serve by Van Drongling into the net gives Beersford that 1-0 lead to start off. Tessa Peterson down the line, but saved there by Tavin Balder. And that will be in. 2-0 in favor of Beersford here in set number 2. So Vermilion now trails 3-0 here in set number 2. 3-1, sorry, I apologize. Flynn Peterson back to serve. And that is out. That'll make it 3-2. That point for Vermilion ties it up at 3. And that is out. And Beersford now retakes that 4-3 lead. Nope. Sorry, I apologize. Vermilion leads 4-3. They're just on different sides of the court now. That's what's kind of confusing me. I apologize. Nice save there by Van Dronglen. Chapman over to Askew, and mishit by Askew makes it 4-4. All right, it is now 5-5. As Allie Peterson checks in, Grace Wool will check out. Elizabeth Fisher checks in, and Kara Chapman will check out. And that is long. That's a 6-5 lead for Vermilion. As Allie Peterson serves. Seven 5 now, Vermilion leads. Now 8-5. Vermilion has taken an 8-5 lead here in set number 2, trailing set number 1 set to none on the Mesaba scoreboard. But Allie Peterson has come in to serve to 3 straight points. As they are wiping up some moisture off the court there. Another point for the Tanagers, 9-5. Vermilion is the first to 10. 10-5 here in set number 2. As there's going to be a timeout taken. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. Vermilion leads on the Mesaba scoreboard 10-5 in set number 2, trailing 1 set to none. This is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermilion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermilion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermilion Auto Works.
Welcome back to Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Vermilion leads 10-5 here in set number 2. And that service error leads to a 10-6 margin, and Beersford will begin to serve. And that is an ace serve for Beersford. Again, Kennedy Merrigan serving. 10-7 now. Beersford leads. Now Vermilion gets that point back, 11-7. So Reddick with the serve. Vermilion leading 12-7. And there's a miss hit for Koth. And that'll give Vermilion a 13-7 lead here in set number 2. That service error makes it 13-8 as that went long. Ashlyn Olsen comes in to serve for Beersford. The Watchdogs in blue tops with kind of white sleeves or purple tops with white sleeves and white letters and numbers. Vermilion in their white tops with black lettering and numbers with red trim. 14-8 now in favor of the Tanagers. Make that 15-8. Askew with the service ace. Nice defense by Vermilion. Gets that across. Emma Reddick gets that over to Tessa Peterson. That's going to be Vermilion in the net. So that'll be a point for the Watchdogs. 15-9. So Vermilion leads 15-10. So 16-10 now. In favor of 15-11 now. I'm sorry. In favor of Vermilion. And again, Vermilion with too many hits there makes it 15-12. Wait. I think we're all just getting messed up here. Okay, scoreboard says 16-11. Nope. Okay, now they changed 15-12. Sorry. And Tessa Peterson with the spike. That is defended by Tavin Alder. And that will be a point for Vermilion as that makes it over. Now, whoever loses this match will play the third place team from Pool B. That included Kimball, Whitelake, Gregory, and Kimball, Whitelake, Corsica, Stickney, and West Central. So whoever is in third place there is awaiting the loser of this match. All right, 16-13, Vermilion still with the lead. Beersford to serve. And that is in. Tessa Peterson with the kill. 17-13 now, Vermilion leads. Nice defense there by Beersford. As Tessa Peterson goes for the kill attempt. Kevin Alder is able to save that in the low corner. Kara Chapman to Grace Wall. Nice touch there. And that will be out. 18-13 now, Vermilion with the lead. $18-14 now. As it does appear, I believe it's Kimball Whitelake that is awaiting the Tanagers or Watchdogs. If Vermilion wins, they go on to the championship matches, the championship rounds. If they lose, they will play in the next match to get a third match in. And that is in. Vermilion scores again, 19-14. 18-14, sorry. Flynn Peterson back to serve. So Beersford to serve, trailing 18-15. It's Harley Koth. That serve goes into the net to make it 19-15. Checking in is Elizabeth Fisher. Checking out Grace Wall. Checking in Allie Peterson. Checking out Cara Chapman. So it's Josie Askew, Emma Reddig, Elizabeth Fisher, Flynn Peterson, Brooke Van Drongling, and Allie Peterson in there for Vermilion. Miss hit by Tavin Valder makes it 20-15. Josie Askew hits that into the net. Point for Beersford, 20-16. As I mentioned, I will not be able to cover much of this afternoon just because I have to go assist with the USD broadcast. We have a trainee on, and she is just not quite ready. But Zach can't cover the whole thing because he needs to leave for Harrisburg. To broadcast Yankton and Harrisburg football. And that block goes out of bounds. 22-17 in favor of Vermilion. Emma Reddick back to serve. That serve goes into the net, 28-18. Point Vermilion, 23-18. 2 points away from winning this second set. 24-18 set point coming up for Vermilion. Tessa Peterson with the kill attempt, and Beersford does save it, pushes it across. And that will be set point. The second set goes to Vermilion. We'll play a third set coming up. This is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Vermilion tied 1-1 with Beersford on the Mesaba scoreboard. We'll be back right after these messages.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermilion treats you like family. They believe a healthy smile starts with compassionate care. From toddlers to grandparents, their gentle team is here for your whole family. Whether it's a routine checkup or a full smile makeover, they'll keep you comfortable and confident. Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermilion makes your smile shine. Visit Knutson Family Dentistry online or call today, 605-624-6291.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
To be honest, it's the people that I work with. Like, I mean, I love what I do. You gotta love what you do to come every day. But the people I work with make coming 10 times easier. You wanna be a part of a team that cares for you and that actually put in the time to teach you and show you the things to do in a proper way. You know, you're just full of people who care.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Welcome back to Vermilion Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, where Vermilion took set number 2, so set number 3 is going to be the deciding factor. The loser of this match will play, I believe, Kimball Whitelake on court number 2, or court number 1, which will just mean a pivot of the camera, and the winner will go on to the championship bracket. Like I said, if Vermilion wins, I'll not be able to cover the rest of their matches because I do need to get back to Yankton to help cover the USD broadcast. But if they play in this in the third match coming up against Kimball Whitelake, then I would be able to cover that one. So Just giving you a heads up. As the flagship station for USD Coyote Athletics, we do have to run the board, and the person who was set to run it today didn't quite pick it up as quickly, so Zach has gotten her started and is going to be supervising until I'm able to get there. Now the game starts here in about half an hour. Brooke Van Drongelen to serve for Vermilion. And I believe these are to 15, this final set. And that first point will go to Beersford. So Beersford now leads 1-0 here in set number 3. Good rally here. And that is into the net. Emma Reddig into the net. 2-0 now for Beersford here in set number 2. Bracewell with the touch shot over the net. Defended there by Beersford. Flynn Peterson over to Tessa. Tessa to Tavin Alder. Alder gets underneath that for Beersford. And that'll be another point for Beersford, 3-0. That set was a little bit long, and so Reddig's shot had to come down, and that came on the wrong side of the net. So checking out is Emma Reddig. Checking in for Vermilion is Lily Dominguez. She's been showing really well in the JV matches. That point is good for Vermilion, so 5-1 now. Vermilion trails, they will serve. Going back to serve is Flynn Peterson. Here's the service from Flynn Peterson. That lands on the Vermilion side of the net. Beersford now takes a 6-1 lead. So here's a rally. Josie Askew gets that over, saved by Beersford. Merrigan gets that across, and that dies over there. 7-1 now in favor of Beersford here in set number 3. Good shot for Vermilion, 7-2. So back to serve is Allie Peterson for Vermilion. Service taken by Tavin Valder. That is blocked at the net by Josie Askew. Beersford recovers, gets it back to Vermilion. Side Askew with the kill attempt, and that is over the net, and that will be a point for Beersford. 8-2. Beersford leads here in set number 3 on the Masaba scoreboard. This is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Kennedy Merrigan service error leads to an 8-3 score now. As Ann Bennett comes in for the Tanagers, Lily Dominguez will come out. Emma Reddig will come in. Nope, they decide not to. Okay. Valder takes that. Tossed over by Koth. Valder takes that at the back line. Nice shot by Koth. Good defense there by Allie Peterson. And Bennett gets it across. Good rally here. And that is blocked, and that hits Valder in the face. And that'll be 8-4 now in favor of Beersford, but Vermilion trying to make that comeback. So officials conferring there at the scorer's table. Emma Reddig with the serve, and that is into the net. Now 9-4 in favor of Beersford. And that makes it 9-5. Oh, Vermilion can't quite get that into the air. 10-5 for Beersford. Reddig made a valiant effort to try to get under that. So 10-6. Vermilion cuts that deficit to 4. Back to serve is Kara Chapman. Good serve there, and that is in. 10-7. Vermilion has it cut to 3 here in set number 3. Oh, and that is wide right, 10-8. So Vermilion hoping to cut that deficit. Nice defense there by Kara Chapman. But there's a good offensive play there by Harley Koth of Beersford, making it 11-8, stopping that 4-point run for the Tanagers. And that ball is out, making it 12-8. Beersford, as they are in set number 3, tied 1 set apiece. It is best of 3. Serving for Beersford is Addison Peterson. Nice job there defensively. And that will be another point for Beersford. 13-8 now in favor of the Watchdogs here in set number 3. And that is in, 13-9. So Vermilion with some life here, down 4. So Lily Dominguez comes back in. And Bennett checks out. Emma Reddick checks out. Cara Chapman's in. Brooke Van Dronkling to serve. And that is a successful serve. Beersford gets it back across. Tessa Peterson with the kill. And that makes it 13-10. And that is in, 14-10 now. Set point coming up. Again, this is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. If Vermilion loses, they will play in the next match over on court number 1, which is just a turn of the camera. Dominguez gets under that. They're going to call that a double hit, 14-11. So Flynn Peterson back to serve as Josie Askew comes in. Tessa Peterson comes out. So score is now 15-11. And no, I guess they played at normal scores. I apologize. I wasn't sure if the final set went to 15. So 15-11. Harley Koth with the serve. And that is in the net. 16-11 now in favor of Beersford. (18-12) now as Vermilion will serve. In comes Elizabeth Fisher for Cara Chapman. In comes Allie Peterson for Grace Wohl. Good rally here. And that is a point for Beersford, 19-12. So Merrigan to serve. Taken there by Brooke Van Drongelen. Josie Askew has that blocked out of bounds, 19-13. And that is in. Askew with the kill. Makes it 19-14. Vermilion trying to make that comeback. Winner of this set will play in the championship match rounds. The loser will play in the next match over on court number 1. Nice job by Ann Bennett to get that over. Askew can't quite get that to fall. And that's too many hits. That's another point for Vermilion, 19-15. Another successful point for Vermilion, 19-16. They're starting to sense it. (19-17). Vermilion staging a comeback. (20-17) now. Good defense, but that is another point for Vermilion, 20-18, as they are staging a comeback. Blocked by Vermilion. Nice defense to recover by Beersford. Elizabeth Fisher bumps that across. And that ties it up at 20. There's a timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. Tanager Volleyball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And this Tanagers lead 20-19 on the Mesaba scoreboard. We'll be right back. This is Tanager Volleyball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
We are back. Vermilion leads 20-19 according to the scoreboard. And that will be in. Point. Beersford ties it up at 20. Nice save there by Allie Peterson. Tessa Peterson cannot get that over. 21-20. Beersford leads now here in set number 3 as Tavin Alder goes back to serve. And that serve goes into the net. 21-21. All right, 21-21. Here's good defense there at the back line by Allie Peterson. Tessa Peterson pushes across. Oh, and that gets past Ann Bennett. 22-21 now in favor of Beersford. Grace Wall, nice shot there. Saved by Beersford. Nice save by Allie Peterson again at the back line. Tessa Peterson with the kill attempt. Flynn Peterson gets under that. And Tessa Peterson again has that blocked by Beersford. Again, Allie Peterson gets the dig. Nice block by Grace Wall. Nice recovery by Beersford. Flynn Peterson over to Tessa Peterson. This is a great rally. Again. Gracewall with another kill attempt. No, not quite there. But Flynn Peterson gets underneath. Oh, and that will be out. That will be out. That is a point for Vermilion. And I apologize. I was giving the credit to Allie Peterson. I didn't realize Katie Sorensen had checked in. I apologize. Those saves at the back line were Katie Sorensen. You know, blonde freshmen, they kind of all look alike to me. I apologize. So Katie Sorensen doing a great job. It's now tied at 22. That was an amazing rally. Now Brooke Van Drongelen back to serve for the Tanagers. And that is point for Vermilion, 23-22. Flynn Peterson gets underneath. Grace Wall with the kill, and that is going to be a point for the Tanagers. Grace Wall, 23-23. So Josie Askew checks in. Lily Dominguez, Josie Askew, Grace Wall, Emma Reddig, Flynn Peterson, and Brooke Van Drongling out there, 23-23. Josie Askew gets that across. Nice defense here by Beersford, and that will be a point. It is match point coming up for Beersford. Vermilion needs to score here to have a chance to make it to the championship bracket. And given the time, I might not be able to do the next game. Just the fact that Zach needs to get on the road in 2 hours to make it to Beersford, or to Harrisburg. And that just makes it across. Chapman with the save. Flynn with the save. Down the line, and that is out! 24-24! We're guaranteed some bonus volleyball now. Tied at 24, in comes Allie Peterson, out goes Grace Wall. So Allie Peterson with a successful serve. And that's going to be out! Vermilion takes the lead. Now it's Vermilion's set point and match point. Man, if you don't love volleyball after this, I don't know what you're watching, because this is amazing. So served by Allie Peterson. Bump over to Flynn. Josie Askew with the kill. No! That is saved by Beersford. Nice job by Allie Peterson. Over to Flynn Peterson. Josie Askew, and that is out. 25-25. And there's going to be a rotation as they wipe a little moisture off the court. Beersford does. So serving for Beersford, Kennedy Merrigan. And Vermilion cannot get to that. Now it's set point and match point. Beersford, 26-25. So timeout is called. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. Tanager Volleyball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. 26-25 Vermilion trails Beersford on the Masaba scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermilion.
Welcome back to Tanager Volleyball, trailing 26-25 in the deciding set. Flynn Peterson gets to that one. Askew cannot get it over, and Vermilion will fall 2-1. And given that it is 1 o'clock, I will have to pack up and get back to Vermilion to help supervise the rest of the USD broadcast. I do hope you've enjoyed our coverage of Tanager Volleyball. I do apologize I can't cover the rest. We will be in Yankton for the full match on Monday against the Gazelles. You guys have a great day.